What's up, fiends? Lucard here. Today we are talking about Arthouse horror, and I lost my notes. There it is. And yes, I said we are talking about Arthouse horror. So let me introduce you to our special guest tonight. First up, we have the filmmaking duo behind the indie Arthouse horror film Haunters of the Silence. So please welcome Tatu and Veleda Heikkinen.
Hello.
Hi.
All right. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And of course, we also have I consider a modern metal legend. He's also part of Haunters of the Silence as a composer and an actor. So please welcome Mr. John Haughm.
Hello.
There you go. Thank you. Thanks for coming on, guys. I appreciate y'all coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
So Tatu and Veleda, you guys are the creative force behind Haunters of the Silence. So for those that may not know, what can you tell us about Haunters of the Silence?
Well, it's experimental, kind of avant-garde horror film based on my experiences with sleep paralysis. And it's made on extremely small budget, just the three of us basically for the most part.
It's meant to lean heavily into atmosphere.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yes. Indeed. So John, how did you get involved with the movie?
Tatu just invited me to first. I think he asked if I wanted to do some of the music, which of course I did. And then it kind of evolved into me playing the part of the Hat Man, which I think, I don't know if Tatu can confirm this, but it was kind of inspired by my solo project, which has got this sort of 1800s nomad aesthetic.
Yeah. Actually, I was working on John's solo project's music video. I was doing the editing for it, and something's giving feedback.
Oh.
Okay. No, still.
Just go ahead and answer.
Yeah. But
You good?
yeah, I think working on John's video actually was one of the original inspirations to starting this film to begin with, because there's a lot of kind of aesthetic similarities. Some scenes in the movie were directly referencing some of the parts in John's music video, so it just felt like a natural thing to ask him to contribute for the film.
Nice.
It's really difficult to speak when I hear my own voice, but it's gone now.
Oh, it's good.
There we go. Good. All right. So yes. So you actually run like a record label, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do the mail order for Eisenwald, and I have another one, Saro-Karelian Productions. That's the label I started in Finland with a friend of mine. So I'm selling records for both of those.
Very cool. So you can check out my review of Haunters of the Silence, which is great, and you can also watch it right now for free on Tubi and on Folsom. So definitely check that.
Yeah.
And I got all the links in the description, so go check all out. I got the trailer, all that stuff, all that's down there. So go ahead and check all that out. Let's see. We got somebody in the chat. There we go. All right, we got Anthony. Here we go. How you guys doing? How you doing, Anthony? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. All right, so Arthouse horror. That is an interesting subject because it's not something that a whole lot of people tend to talk about. So it's really all about like artistic expression and like atmospheric tension and that sort of thing. It's real. A lot of them are psychological and have a real cinematic style and whatnot. So what draws you guys to that particular type of cinema?
Well, I think for me, just anything that has atmosphere is going to be something I'm going to be drawn to right away. And most of these, that's what these are built on. So
Yeah, I think I personally like, films that after watching them, it really gives you room to think about the concepts and the themes
Mhm.
and the, you know, different symbolic elements, different story beats. Like basically films that don't spoon feed you. I think,
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with, entertainment, of course, but artistically, there are definitely, I think, art house films tend to have a bit more lasting of an impact a lot of
Yeah,
the
it's,
time.
it's the
So
type of thing you want to have a dialogue about after watching
yeah,
it.
yeah. So
Definitely.
I think that's the main draw for me.
Yeah.
Definitely. I got you. All right. I got about 8 windows open here, so sorry if it sounds like I'm clicking and clicking and clicking, because I am, because I'm trying to find my stuff. So some like subgenres that are kind of related to art house or stuff like German expressionism, folk horror, Giallo, J horror, all that kind of stuff, which is like literally some of my favorite stuff. So
Yeah.
this list is going to be quite difficult.
Yes,
And I'm sure it was for you guys too,
absolutely.
especially narrowing it down to just 10. It was like, oh, dude,
That was almost impossible. So I know there's going to be a lot of them that other people are going to mention. I'm going to be like, yep, that's one. So
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So and then there's also some that are even considered art house that I don't necessarily agree with. Some like I saw like Psycho and stuff listed, and I'm like, I don't really consider that an art house horror, but whatever.
Yeah,
But-
it's
Well, I think one of my choices is going to fall under that category, but I think also like maybe you have to consider intention. Maybe something that was like a low budget, art house approached movie. For instance, like the Blair Witch Project. There's a great example of a very art house, low budget film that just generated that and it became a phenomenon. So it happens. I think Psycho. Yeah, I don't know. That's hard to say because that was a big production in its time.
Right.
So
yeah.
Right.
I think
Like I
that's
said, I can see aspects of it, but I wouldn't necessarily consider it a house movie.
yeah, like I was gonna include the original Haunting on my list, but once again it was a big production film. It wasn't an art house film.
Yeah. Very, very true. Very true. All right. So let's see. All right. So I have some honorable mentions. You guys have any honorable mentions before we start our list?
I have one.
Okay.
Okay. Well, my honorable mention is Valkoinen Peura, White Reindeer in English. It's a Finnish film from the 50s, directed by Eric Blomberg. It's not quite. I've only seen it once, so I'm not putting it on my top list. But I wanted to include something, from my home country, and that's like the only horror film that I feel like is up to par as a recommendation. It predates a lot of the tropes that we see in folk horror these days, like ritualistic totem stuff, skulls, bones, and it's an overall good film. I would recommend that one for all folk horror enthusiasts.
Yeah, I've seen portions of it. I've never seen the whole thing. I really want to see the whole thing I don't see an easy way to see it anymore.
Yeah.
I think it was on Shudder for a little while, but I think they took it off, so I don't.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to find.
we're lucky that here in Portland we have a place where you can actually go and rent it. So
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Movie Madness.
Yeah.
They have great selection of art
Yeah.
house films and international horror and just everything. Basically anything you could want.
Mhm.
Shout out to rental places.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Any other honorable mentions before we get started?
I would say most of my honorable mentions are going to be on his list. So.
Yeah, she'll point them out.
All right, John.
I mean,
did you
I
have-
didn't know I had this option. Yeah, I didn't really think of one.
All right. So I actually have I have 9 honorable mentions. So I'm just gonna go through them real quick. I'm not gonna really talk about them, but I'll just mention them. Unless you want to talk about one of them, we can. And I'm a nerd, so I'm going in order of when they came out. So first off, I have Repulsion by Roman Polanski. Actually, the entire Apartment trilogy is just amazing. I have the original Suspiria on there.
Oh, that's a good one.
I have Possession, 1981. Wicked City, the crazy anime from like the late 80s. Like it's an insanely wonderful movie. If you haven't seen Wicked City, check that one out.
Wow.
I have Audition from 1999, Takashi Miike. Donnie Darko.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah, that was kind of one of my considerations.
Yeah,
for
I wasn't sure if that would be Arthouse enough.
Yeah,
It's close enough, right?
Yeah.
It's close enough.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I have the original Martyrs from 2008, The Witch 2015, and Raw from 2016. Those are my honorable mentions. Yeah, so those are the ones that didn't make it. So
Yeah. Well, I would point out that The Witch was actually one of the inspirations for Haunter's the Silence, so that's a good mention. Mainly kind of in the folk horror aesthetic, since to me that's probably one of my favorite folk horror films.
yeah, I actually struggled with it too because I was gonna put it on the list, and I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
It would definitely make my list of
fantastic
horror
movie.
films.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Actually,
just like,
I do have one honorable mention because it was one that I wasn't sure if I should put on my list or not because it's kind of a cliche to say it, but the original Nosferatu was one that is, for me a classic. It's just nothing, none of the remakes compared to it.
No.
Yeah.
But once
not
again,
even
at the
close.
time, I mean, would it be considered art house? I don't know. I mean,
yeah. See, to me, that was one that to me kind of walks the line. So
yeah.
So I didn't put it, but I completely agree. The original Nosferatu is one of my all-time favorite movies, just period. So
Yeah, same.
yeah. So
And
absolutely.
actually, that one was on my list, but recently I saw a film that took its place, so but we'll get to that.
All right. So let's start with our list. Let's start with number 10. Let's just go around and start with Tatu, and we'll go clockwise, and we'll go.
Well, my list is also not necessarily in order of what's the best film. It's just what I want to talk like. I don't actually. I can't even explain the logic behind the arranging of it, but I think there has to be some logic. But I'm starting out with The Deeper You Dig by the Addams Family. So that's Toby Poser, John Adams, and Zelda Adams. Their 2019, their first horror feature film.
Which is that movie's probably the reason that we made our movie.
Oh, excellent.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had to include it on the list just because it's probably one of the most important films, well, for both of us, because seeing this film was what made us realize that perhaps we could also make a film. Yeah. It's since when we originally watched it, just I guess we put it on Tubi or something. We didn't know anything about it, and we thought that wow, that's a really good film. And then the credits rolled, and it's just the same 3-4 names all over again. And we're like, wow, so you can actually make a legitimately good film, like cinematically good film with very little budget, very little resources, and just a few people. So yeah, that was like the main example that was like the gold standard for us making our film.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we did more research into them, and I'm in contact with Toby now, who's just an absolutely wonderful human. So
yeah,
they're still huge inspirations for us.
Yeah, and
they are super cool. I was lucky enough to interview them a while back, and they are super duper cool.
Yeah,
and their entire filmography is like insanely awesome.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's the thing. It was really hard to choose.
Yes.
My favorites of their films kind of keep changing, but for this particular occasion, I'm choosing The Deeper You Dig because it was the first one I saw from them, and it had such a big impact on us as Filmmakers. Just a very inspirational film overall.
Completely agree. All right. Great choice. Great choice. All right, Veleda, what's your number 10?
I guess I am going to go. Oh, you put mine backwards.
No, you told me to put them
Okay.
this way.
I'm going to go with Begotten.
Ooh, okay.
So same as Tatu. There's no real order to this. So I'm just
It's on my list too.
Yep. Well, this is one that John actually introduced me to back in 2021, 2022, somewhere in there. And
No,
way
I got you into that like in
or,
2003.
I'm sorry, 2002, 2001.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I've had this forever. Yeah, this has been just a huge inspiration on my photography for decades. And the sound design is incredible. I love the atmosphere. I love that there's so many different interpretations that people can have of this. And yeah, so just phenomenal movie.
I guess that will be mine too. I'm just going to start with Begotten because it's also on her list. So
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I know it used to be readily available on YouTube, but they've since taken it down.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But that is I did watch it way back when, and it was it's something.
yeah. It's very. I was lucky enough. I didn't even know that it was hard to find. And so back in 2002, I just got on eBay and found it for like $10 and grabbed it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I need to find a physical copy. That'd be awesome. Yeah. That'd be really cool.
That's another one that was definitely an influence for haunters. Mainly towards the end of the film, the quality gets increasingly grainier and grimmer, and that's kind of referencing Begotten.
Yeah. So you said how it kind of influenced your photography and stuff. So like how I'm not really sure how what question I'm trying to go with here, but but yeah. So like how like what about it like inspired you, I guess?
It was just how experimental it was. I love doing black and white photography. And that's kind of how I originally got my start anyway, was just doing black and white. I didn't move to color till later on. Okay. So there's a lot of parts of it where you're just purposely overexposing or underexposing. And I just loved playing around with that, photographing, shooting through fabric, reflections, just anything to kind of make it where it takes you a minute to figure out what exactly you're looking at, things like that. And I love just the atmosphere and mystery that you can get from that.
Yeah. I got you. Very cool. All right. Well, yeah. So I went already to so my number 10 is Under the Skin from 2013. Sort of a sci-fi horror, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's a great one.
About like an extraterrestrial. She's disguised as a human female who preys on lonely guys in Scotland.
Yeah.
It's got Scarlett Johansson in it, right?
That's the Scarlett Johansson one.
Yeah. That's the one that Alex Webster recommended to me, like 10 years ago or something. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and the book is really excellent as well. I've also read the book. It's very it's weird because the way they do it, like a lot of the cast minus Scarlett, of course, like had no acting experience, and they filmed a lot with like hidden cameras and all this other wacky stuff, and it's really it's something else, and it talks about how like there's like class elements and racial elements and all, like you don't really know what's going on. Like the whole movie is just this weird mystery.
Yeah,
it's really a fun watch because it's just so weird and different.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then all right, we got Pugwall in the house, and he says, "I hope The Room is on the list." That's everybody's number one, dude. I don't know why.
Of course, that goes without saying.
That's number 0 on the list.
Yeah. Indeed. All right, so let's go to our next one, number 9. Tatu, what you got?
Okay, I've got a film that probably not many people have seen. The Sword of God in the US. This is actually a film that I worked on I don't have credit. I went uncredited, but I worked at a Foley studio, which Foley is the, you know, it's like the mundane sound effects in a film.
Mhm.
And this was the first film that the studio had on their lineup at the when I started working there. So I was kind of trained to the job. So the only thing I did was what's called Foley spotting, which is where you watch through the whole film and you write down the time codes and you write down what sounds need to be there. Like I would write down 2 minutes 30 seconds walking, stuff like that. But yeah, but I really
It's an
like
amazing
this
movie.
film, and I think it deserves more of an audience because it's pretty unique. It's like it's got elements of fantasy, folk horror. It's very experimental. It's from 2018 and it's a Polish film. The director's name is Bartosz Konopka. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but yeah, I don't even know what I could compare it to. Like,
Oof.
kind of a little bit like
Valhalla Rising.
Valhalla
maybe a bit?
Rising, but
Okay.
darker,
Yeah.
more experimental even.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's a good comparison.
Okay, that sounds good.
Oh,
John dropped out. John disappeared. Uh oh. He's doing a magic trick. He may be back later. We'll see.
Here's something.
Something's going on. All right, let me.
That's creepy. What's
All
that?
right, that is creepy. That totally works for the stream. That works.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that one out because I have not heard of that one. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to watch that one. Yeah, if there's a way I can watch it, let me know. If it's somewhere,
Actually,
let
it's
me know.
streaming on Tubi right now. So
It is okay. Awesome.
yeah.
All right, I will definitely 100% check that out. All right, let me do this and let me get him back.
I should be back.
Oh,
Yeah.
There he is.
Well, I don't know what happened.
All
Suddenly,
right.
you guys just disappeared.
It kind of looked like a possession of some sort, but
I've never had this amount of issues with live streams ever.
It's just because it's whatever. I don't know. Well, it's fine.
Yeah.
it's almost like this live stream is turning into an Arthouse horror film itself.
Yeah.
It is indeed.
I took my phone off of charging because it's really warm. So maybe that had something to do with it.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Good old technology.
Yeah.
All right. Veleda, number 9, I believe.
Okay, so my next one is definitely showing that these aren't in any certain order. This is one of my favorite movies of all time of the genre, and it's going to be The Wicker Man. So
Yes,
I know
indeed.
this is also on John's list.
No,
Also
it's
on my list.
It's not. You took it off. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, it's such a classic. I think most people have seen this. Just
I mean, I took it off mine because I don't really regard it as a horror film. It's more of like a folk musical.
yeah. I was.
yeah, kind of.
I love everything about that movie. Just
Yeah, me too.
about it.
So I actually kind of have a funny story about The Wicker Man. So I had seen it when I was much younger, and I didn't get it. I just didn't get it. I was like, this is stupid, whatever, this is boring, etc. And then about maybe 10 years ago or so, my wife bought me a copy kind of as a joke because she knew I was like, oh, everybody talks about this Wicker Man, blah, blah, blah. But she bought me a copy. And then I watched it and I'm like, wait a minute, this is freaking awesome. So it took me a little while to really appreciate it. But it's actually on my list. It's actually my number 7.
Oh, really? Oh, wonderful.
So like it's a whole the whole thing about the devout police sergeant coming to this island where it's all the pagan rituals and whatnot, and just the whole like this abstract concepts of sacrifice and all this other stuff. It's a slow burn. Like the whole thing. You know, when I was younger, this was exactly what I didn't like. But now that I'm older, I love this stuff. This is like some of my favorite stuff.
Yeah, I guess it's a horror film if you're rooting for the cop.
Yeah.
True. Yeah,
it depends on your point of view.
well, you know, you can sympathize with the antagonist if you want, you know, which is, you know, the entire island basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, fantastic. And the soundtrack.
Yes, love his
it's just so freaking good.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
so
the
yeah,
best part.
fantastic choice. All right, John, number 9.
Der Todesking.
Oh, okay.
Your Butte Garrett. This is probably a top 3 favorite of mine. Once again, my list isn't in order. I just grabbed it. But no, it's such a beautiful film. And I like this a lot more than his necromantic movies, which are much more, you know, cult, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the whole, you know, it's a movie. It's basically just 7 suicides on 7 days. And some of these suicides are really, really creatively portrayed. Like there's one, I think it's Wednesday or maybe it's Thursday, where it's all it is it's just these long shots of these tracking shots of a bridge that people had jumped from. That's all it is. And it's just like their names are listed on the bottom, and they'll do this other tracking shot and then another name. And it's so hauntingly beautiful in this very psychological way, you know. It's in there. Like there's the episode, I think it's Tuesday or maybe it's Wednesday, where the guy's sitting on a bench next to a woman in the rain and telling her the story of how he killed his wife. and then at the end, you know, she pulls out a gun and goes to shoot him, and it doesn't fire, and then he shows her how to do it, and then he shoots himself. I mean, it's just like, I don't know, it's just a bizarre film, and it's just really a beautiful film. I can watch it anytime.
As most of York's movies are just very,
I
very.
mean, I even got the tattoo of the Death King.
Oh dang, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's very cool. Very nice. Awesome. Have you guys seen that tattoo?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
haven't. Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, it's a doozy. I'll definitely tell you that. It's
Well, and later this month at the Hollywood Theater here in Portland, they're doing a double feature where it's Necromantic 1 and 2, like back to back. So
nice.
I'm going to enjoy that. I wish it was Der Todesking, because I'd love to see that in the theater.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I can't even imagine watching that in a movie theater. That would be insane. All right, let's see. All right, so for my number 9, I'm going old school here. I'm going with Heikkinen from 1922.
Oh, nice.
Benjamin Christensen. Yeah. So it's like a half documentary, half narrative, exploring the historical roots of witchcraft and all the superstitions that go along with that. It's such a different type of movie. It's because you're not really sure what you're watching.
Yeah.
Like the whole movie, you're just like, what is happening? Why is this? Sometimes you feel like you're in a classroom watching a weird, like, you know, documentary. And then other times you're like, wait, this would not happen in documentary. It's just the whole thing. It's unlike anything you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And again, one of my favorite. I'm also a big silent movie fan as well. So, like,
Yeah,
so are we.
Like, yeah, like I mean, I probably could have just made a list of silent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I bet we could have.
But I did limit it to only 2. So, and this is one of them. So
Yeah, I think Heikkinen probably has some of the best special effects makeups. Still holds up today, and it's from like 1920 something.
Yeah, 22. Yeah,
it's insane how good the effects are. I mean, it looks better than a lot of the CGI stuff today. So.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, it kind of reminds me in some ways of Le Fournel. You know,
yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, it's got the same kind of effects and stuff going on as well on that.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So that was our number 9s, everybody. All right, let's move on to number 8. Tattoo. What do you have?
Well, this next one that I have, a lot of people probably would not consider Arthouse, but I think I have some. I can back it up. So it's the 1977 BBC made-for-TV Dracula film, directed by. Oh, we're back. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Directed by Philip Saville, and in my opinion, this is the best version of Dracula. It's usually considered the most, authentic version of the book, most authentic translation of the book. But it has some really bizarre special effects shots that I think qualify it as an art house film. It's got this really hypnotic pacing. It's yeah.
Yes,
I don't know.
Well, is that the Frank Langella one, or the Louis Jordan one?
This is I don't remember Louis Jordan.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm thinking of the right one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's so many of these.
Yeah.
But this is my favorite one that I've seen.
That's an excellent choice, and I thought he was a great Dracula too.
Yeah.
Like it like you said, it is sort of the kind of the for lack of a better word, art and kind of an artsier version of Dracula, kind of.
It's very slow paced. Really lets the characters breathe, and there's just weird filming techniques, weird visual effects that are utilized to kind of portray the, Dracula's allure, and I think it works really well. I was kind of surprised to find out that the actor was criticized as not being a very good Dracula, when I think he's the best actor to portray the role, personally.
Yeah, that one gets a lot of crap for I think no real reason. I don't know why, but yeah. All right, great choice. All right, Veleda, number 8.
For my next one, I'm gonna have to go with Lars von Trier.
Whoa. Oh yeah, there you go.
Antichrist. Yeah,
It's on my list too.
There you go.
It has some scenes that just live in my head, which probably aren't the ones that most people even think about, like the ones where the acorns are dropping on the house and just the sounds that go with that, and how it looks with the linens on the bedding and the curtain in the window, and just all of that, and the bodies intertwined with the roots. It's a disturbing but very inspirational, beautiful movie. I'll let you talk about more, John.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and choose this as my next one as well. But, one of my favorite, I mean, there's so many amazing scenes in that movie, but one of the one that really sticks out for me is when they're driving and you see the trees going by in the window, and you see these faces kind of flashing in the trees. It just gets me every time. And then just the whole intro with the kid that falls out of the window, and it's all slow motion and really dramatic, dramatically shot, and it's just fantastic. And that movie was amazing in the theater.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. Oh man, again, I wish I could have seen that in the theater, but I haven't. And like I said, that opening scene to me is one of the most beautifully shot black and white scenes I've ever seen in any movie ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's such a stark contrast to what is happening, because it's so beautiful and all the shit that's happening.
Exactly.
It's like, whoa, dude, this is just watch the first 5 minutes of the movie. You're just going to be completely blown away. Yeah. Oh man. All right. Great choice. I'm gonna piggyback off that a little bit. That one's not on my list, although it is great. I'm not gonna deny. I can't deny that. But my number 8 is "Don't Look Now" from 1973.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Okay, that is the one with Donald Sutherland and Julie Christie. It's it's a sort of an occult movie. It's about a married couple that moves to Venice after they recently lost their daughter, and they end up meeting this clairvoyant who claims that their daughter's trying to contact them to warn them of danger. It's a completely like psychological nightmare. Like the whole thing, there's the editing style, it keeps going back between like what's real and what's not, and stuff in his head. There's all these like recurring motifs and stuff. There's like an impressionist type of imagery and stuff, and lots of foreshadowing. Really, really cool movie. I'm also a huge fan of Donald Sutherland, who was one of the greatest actors like ever to me. But yeah, if you haven't seen Don't Look Now, I highly, highly, highly recommend it.
Yeah,
Check that
sounds
out.
interesting.
All right. So we are now moving on to number 7. All right. Tatu, what you got?
Okay, so this one I don't have on physical, but it's a film called Sleep Has Her House by Scott Barley from 2017. Kind of whether it really is horror or not, I guess that depends on you. It is kind of marketed as having horror aesthetic, but we actually saw that quite recently, and it had instant lasting impact on me. It's basically just a moment in time in the wilderness, and there isn't really more story than that. But it's so beautifully filmed, and it's like kind of like it feels like a dark ambient music video almost.
Oh, it does.
A
Absolutely.
feature dark ambient music video. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Yeah, highly recommended.
Yeah, and I guess a lot of the reasons that people put it in the horror category is with some of the scenes and the way it's filmed, you can't quite tell what you're looking at, and it has very slow transitions from one thing to another. And so the way it's done, you keep expecting to see something moving in the background, or or you'll have like just this huge close up of an eye with this bizarre music going to it. Music being that term is used lightly. It's more just atmosphere. But yeah, it's definitely haunting.
It's not really movie in a traditional sense. It's definitely more of an experience, like a sensory experience.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will definitely have to check that one out. I've not seen that one either. Okay. Very cool. All right. Veleda, what you got?
My next one, I also don't have a physical copy of it, but it would be the Estonian film November.
Okay.
2017, which I know Tatu doesn't feel the same way about it as I do, but it was just the folklorish horror of it was, I find that so compelling and so interesting. It's too close, I guess, to finish, so he doesn't really find it that disturbing. But
yeah. Well, I mean, I can. I mean, now that you mentioned it, I guess I can see why it would be categorized as a horror. Because if I'm putting Sleep as Her House as a horror film, November definitely deserves to be considered as one too. But yeah.
Which, have you seen that? It's
I've seen. I saw the trailer. I haven't watched.
Okay, maybe if you want to describe that, you'd be better at describing it.
Yeah, it's like a folklore period piece. It's very like dark fantasy feeling.
Black and white.
Yeah. Bizarre. Well, since it's Estonian mythology, which is very similar to Finnish mythology, both of those are very weird, have a lot of bizarre concepts and kind of nonsensical ideas that I think are portrayed in a really interesting and unique way in this film. It's got, I think it's uses stop motion for the for the creature,
which is something
effects.
I love, any kind of stop motion, and this is stop motion using like bones and farming equipment and just really strange combinations of things to
Yeah, I think the stop motion is some of the best ever
absolutely.
made. So just for the practical effects, I think that November is worth checking out.
Okay, I'll definitely. Now that you've recommended it, I will absolutely check it out. All right, John, what you got for your next one?
I have Ken Russell's Gothic.
Oh yes, another one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, and rest in peace, Julian Sands and Natasha Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
And is Gabriel Byrne still alive? I don't think he is either.
I think so.
Oh, is he? Okay. But yeah, I love this movie. I love the madness of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing it's Arthouse. I mean, it's Ken Russell. So
right.
So yeah, it's probably my favorite of his films, actually. This and Altered States. But yeah, it's a classic. I love this movie.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much like most of Ken Russell. I can't say all, but most of Ken Russell's filmography is very. You could easily consider it art house. You can consider it whatever, really, because he just kind of did. He's one of those guys. He just did his own thing.
Yeah.
He didn't care. He was just like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. And if you like it, cool. If you're not, whatever.
Right. And I loved how it, it's kind of got a nod to like classic horror. Like, it's about the story that inspired Frankenstein. It's, it's got nod to, actually it's got the whole sleep paralysis thing that Haunters is about. So so yeah, it's just a really cool movie. And it seems to be a very underrated movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, very cool. All right, well, my next one was The Wicker Man, which we already talked about. So I guess we'll go to our next pick. All right, so Tatu, what do you have for number 6?
For 6, I have another one I don't own a physical copy of, but it's a film from 2019 called Satyr by Jordan Graham. This is another example of a film that was very influential for us making Hunters of the Silence, because this is another micro budget film made by a very small crew. And from what I understand, the director, it's partly documenting his mother's delusions. I don't know if that's the proper word to use here, but decline of her mental state. But it's framed into this folk horror, very experimental folk horror film. And
it seems to have, it kind of has an overlap, or a lot of it you don't know. It's one of those that you don't really understand a lot of what's going on, so you're watching it for the visuals and the atmosphere, and
just it feels like a very intimate, like kind of like you are getting a peek of somebody's like private life, somebody who's struggling with mental illness,
but done through a very artistic lens.
Okay, that sounds like a not a good time for that. But all right, Veleda, what you got for the next one?
My next one is actually a newer one to me, and it's going to be Men.
I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't watched it yet.
It's so just good. I loved this. There's every once in a while a movie will come on, and within the first 5 minutes, I'm like, I have to buy this, and this is one of those. It's just the way it's shot. The colors are incredible. The cinematography is incredible. And it's just, I don't even know how to describe the story without giving too much away. Mm-hmm. So it would just, a woman goes away on a holiday to overcome a loss, we'll say.
Okay.
And the countryside is just, it holds something that you're never sure is there or is part of her dealing with this loss, but it's absolutely nightmarish in a lot of ways. It is, it's not a good time. It is just, it's beautifully done. Some amazing effects. I don't know the actor's name, unfortunately. I don't remember it, but he was from Penny Dreadful as well. Just incredible actor. And especially if you watch it, you'll understand what an incredible actor he is.
Yeah.
Once again, that's one of the things I don't want to give away the story, so I won't say. But
right. Right. I got you. All right. All right. Well, that's going to move up on my list as well. All right. All right. John, what do you have for number? What is it? 6? Yeah, number 6.
Well, this classifies as more of an occult horror, based on a classic. It's Schwenkmajer's Faust.
Oh, okay.
This is another one of my absolute favorite films. It's so cozy. I can watch it anytime. It just has a vibe to it that's just so, I don't know, comfortable. But yeah, I mean, I'm guessing this kind of is kind of on the edge of the art house horror theme, but it's certainly art house, and it does have a kind of a gothic horror, occult horror kind of thing about it, and it's my favorite of the Schwenkmajer films. I almost put Little Odick on the list.
That's the one I was going to mention.
Great.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that one to me is more like a comedy.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, this is a classic movie. I recommend it to anybody. I mean, Agalloch sampled it on a release. Yeah, it's just I love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Yeah, and he's another one too. That just his shorts are great. His movies are great. And you're always going to see something that you will never dream that you would be watching.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just one of those. He's just one of those guys. It's just,
And our stop motion in our movie was definitely a nod to him.
Yeah.
Like the one you were talking about earlier with the bones and stuff. I'm like, well, yeah. I'm like, well, yeah, you guys did that too.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So for my number 6, let's see. Number 6, I have Carnival of Souls, 1962.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This is the infamous Herc Hervey. I love saying his name because it's so weird. It's about basically a young woman whose life gets turned upside down after a car accident. She kind of relocates to like a new city, and she kind of is not able to assimilate, for lack of a better word, and she ends up at this abandoned carnival at the end, and it's a beautiful black and white, disorienting angles and all this like weird like harsh lighting and real surreal dreamlike stuff going on. And the score, I can't not mention the score to this movie because it really completely transforms this movie. It starts off with like this weird like haunting organ score, and then it kind of like morphs into like this other thing where it's like calliope music and all this other weird. It's especially the end is just this weird whole sensory kind of overload. And it just kind of bombards you with everything, and it's a really really cool movie. It inspired George Romero in Night of the Living Dead and all this other stuff. It is just it's one of those like old movies that is just like if I see it on, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Now I need to.
Yeah.
It's great, and you can. It's literally available everywhere. Like it's public domain, so like you can just watch it wherever. But yeah, highly recommend it. Super cool movie. All right, so now we're going to our top 5. We're already at top 5. All right, so Tatu, what you got?
Okay, so next I have a film from 2014 called A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, which technically not really heavy on the horror, but since it's a vampire film, I think it qualifies for this. That one has such a cozy, unique atmosphere that I just love that film.
It's interesting how gritty it is.
Yeah, another black and white film. It almost feels like a Western, kind of like
in a lot of ways
neo-noir,
Mm-hmm.
but with this horror undertones. And probably the only Farsi language film I've seen, which I think the cultural background gives it even more of a mystifying feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Excellent movie.
Definitely a very interesting movie. I remember watching it when it first came to streaming, And at first I didn't quite know what to make of it, but then as it went on,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it was one of those. It was like, okay, this is getting like really interesting. And it just So a great recommendation there. All right, Veleda, what you got?
My next one is going to be a Polish film called Demon.
Okay.
Which is just my favorite possession movie, because it's done in such a unique way. It takes place over a pretty short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, how would you describe that? It's
non-stop sweating. It's how you feel like when you're watching. It's the most intense I've ever felt watching a film.
Yeah.
It's like it gets your pulse really high.
Mhm.
But it's not like, it's not just, jump scares constantly.
No, nothing like that.
It builds an intense energy that it feels like you're being possessed while you're watching the film. Like
Right.
I think it's probably the best representation of possession I've seen.
Right.
Sure.
And it's not an obvious possession either.
Mhm.
So
Well,
it's well, I mean, in the beginning, it's not
Yeah.
like the type of thing, bring a priest in. All that.
Oh,
It's
yeah, it's not done
It's
like
a very different type of story. Than
Yeah.
that. So it's not trying to. Yeah.
And I love that it's, it shows the Polish cultural
Yes.
aspect of the possession.
Mhm.
It's really unique.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen it. I've seen it on the shelf at my local library. So
Oh,
now,
I
next
would
time I'm
highly
there,
recommend it.
Yeah.
next time I'm there, I'm gonna grab it. All right, very cool. All right, John, what you got for your next one?
It's actually a movie that I don't own a physical copy of, but it was one that I was actually very impressed with, it doesn't happen very often with horror with me, modern horror anyway, and it's Hereditary by Ari Aster.
Oh,
That
I
movie
love that
is
movie.
probably one of the best ghost, haunting films I've seen in years. It was so well done and so effective how well done it was with some of the effects and stuff. I mean, and that little girl was like creepy as shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just like the whole popping thing that she would do. It's just like
Mhm.
little details like that were really effective, and I just really stuck with me. I need to buy a copy of it.
We
yeah.
actually have a copy. I would have put that on my list, but I wasn't thinking of that as this type of horror. So I didn't realize it was Arthouse, which I guess it would be. But
It was his first film. I mean, wasn't it? It was Ari Aster's first. It was his debut.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Damn.
But yeah,
Didn't
one
know
of the
that.
most terrifying movies I've ever seen. And it is very hard for me to find a horror film that's actually scary at all. But it definitely is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
Great film, but
Yeah.
that was
I
kind of
do like
the thing I was gonna say about art house horror in particular. That is one of the subgenres that will creep you out, and it will actually scare you. It's one of the few, because like I said, you've seen 8,000 slashers, you've seen all this other stuff, but when a movie like that affects you, like Hereditary or something, it just it brings it just to another level, and it's very cool thing to happen.
Yeah.
And and you don't get that super often anymore, because
Right.
like you guys, I'm sure you guys are desensitized to
Mhm.
yeah.
all this stuff, kind of like I am. So when I see something that I really like, oh, kitty, hello, kitty. So when I see something really cool, I always try to promote it, and I'm always like, yeah, you gotta watch this, it's different, it's awesome, kind of like Hunters of the Silence. When I saw it, I loved it, so I told everybody about it. All right. So what's the cat's favorite art house horror?
She's more into Hollywood horror.
All right. We got the star of the show, everybody. Finally.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Where are we? So that was John's pick. All right. So mine's next. All right. So for number 5, I have The Nude Vampire. I don't know if you ever heard of that one.
No, that's a new one to us.
This is from 1970 by Jean Rollin, who's this French like surreal art house, sexploitation madman. Who actually he and I share a birthday, different years, but same day. Anyway, it's about a and John the cat did it.
More creepy shit going on.
The cat took him out. The cat took him out. All right. So the new van, which wait, I have a copy of it behind me somewhere. Let me see. There it is. Let me find it real quick. This is my copy right here. It's the so it's you can kind of see it there. So Jean Rollin is a very interesting guy. It's very how can I explain it? Let's see. So it's about a mute orphan vampire girl who's captured by this like wealthy industrialist suicide cult for the purposes of extracting her immortality. And of course his son naturally falls for her, et cetera, et cetera. But it's like I saw somebody describe it as a pop art kaleidoscope of sci-fi and macabre gothic eroticism. That's
wow.
that's what somebody read. I'm like, I like that. I'm gonna have to throw that in there. But it's kind of low budget, but there's really fancy costumes, and the music really sets the mood for everything, and it's the atmosphere is like off the charts, and that's kind of pretty much all of the Jean Rollin movies, especially his like more quote unquote mainstream movies, because he also did some adult movies and stuff too, but like I'm not counting those. But the if you're gonna watch one Jean Rollin movie, I suggest The Nude Vampire.
Oh,
yeah,
very cool movie. I mean, most of his movies are pretty good, but and just weird and interesting. But the Nude Vampire to me is probably his top.
Yeah, that will go on our list.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're at number 4. Tatu, what do you have for number 4?
Okay. Well, for number 4, since we were talking about disturbing films, this is one that I find quite disturbing. Possum, from 2018 by Matthew Holness. So abstract, and I can't quite even pinpoint what it is about it that's
just unnerving.
It just feels wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's got that uncanny valley effect, and I think that's what makes this so disturbing.
Yeah, that's one that would be on my list too.
Yeah.
So it would definitely be an honorable mention.
Yeah. I can't even really, I can't give a recap of the story or anything. It's something you have to experience. But I would say it's up there with the most disturbing films for me personally.
That one's been on my list for quite a while. I have it saved on like a bunch of different apps and stuff to watch, and I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, I can't even compare it to anything.
No,
it's just so different.
Yeah, the only one that it kind of, I guess I could compare it to is Caveat.
Maybe
a little bit, like aesthetically, but
yeah.
But it's so unique. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Veleda, what do you have for your next one?
My next one is going to be Hagazusa.
Okay. I was wondering if somebody was going to mention that one.
Yeah, which some of the things that stand out for this one would definitely be the soundtrack. The soundtrack is just absolutely gorgeous with that cello and the shots. I believe this was a student film, which just blows me away.
Wow.
Because it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. It's another one that's hard to describe. I believe it takes place in the Alps.
I think so.
Yeah.
Something
Possibly
like that, yeah.
Austrian Alps but it's just about a woman who she's lived out there. Probably her family's been there for hundreds of years. And it's a very intimate family story without, again, not wanting to give it away, but.
Yeah. It's probably one of the best folk horror films, like atmosphere. When it comes to building an atmosphere, this film is just incredible.
And it is one we saw it in the theater. I've seen it a couple times in theater, actually. But
Oh, wow.
afterwards, we went out with friends and had a long discussion about it. So it turns out that almost everyone had a slightly different interpretation of what was going on, which was really interesting. And you don't get that very often, that it would be such stark differences. And oh, well, no, I'm pretty sure this is what happened. So yeah, it definitely has a lot of debate that can go on in it.
Okay, well, I definitely need to rewatch that. I saw it when it first came out, and I did think it was very interesting from what I remember. And I do remember the soundtrack. I do remember I do remember that. And that movie is like, it's all about atmosphere.
Yeah. Yes.
That movie is just straight up like you want like a dark ambient thing, put that movie on in the background.
Exactly.
You got it. You got it. It's perfect.
And in that regard, it was a pretty big inspiration for Haunter of the Silence as well. Yeah.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. All right, John, what do you have next?
It's another one I don't have a physical copy of, but they do. It's Vampire by Carl Dreyer.
Oh, yes.
It's another one of the classic silent. I guess a silent film.
Semi-silent. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love the technique in which it was filmed. It's very very dreamy, very like it's very cloudy and fuzzy, and it creates this very dreamlike quality as it tells the story. And I actually shamelessly, for my solo project, for one of the video projections that I use, I take stuff from this movie because it just fits perfectly with one of the tracks. But yeah, in making the list, I was thinking, okay, well, do I list, Nosferatu? Do I list, the Phantom Carriage, or do I go with something that maybe is even more obscure? And so I went with this one for that. But if we were making a list of silent movies or silent films, it'd be a totally different discussion for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That is definitely what's the word? I'm searching for a word. But like it's
surreal.
It's so like you're watching it and you're just like, what the hell is going on? And then it's some of the shots in that movie are just so impressive. Like that shot of the coffin with it's just mind blowing.
When they're carrying him through the city. And then like the fact that the vampire ended up being this old woman,
really
cool.
Yeah, very cool. If you haven't seen that one, definitely check it out. It's super cool movie. Great recommendation. All right, so for my number 4, I went a little bit different. I'm going with Perfect Blue from 1997.
I don't know that one.
The Japanese anime.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
It's about a member of a Japanese idol group, like a pop group. She retires from music and then pursues a full-time acting career, but she's stalked by this like obsessive fan, and there's gruesome murders, and then she, as all this goes on, she slowly kind of loses her grip on reality. And it's the thing I think I really like about it starts off sort of as this kind of standard like slasher B-movie type structure, and then it really morphs more into this like psychodrama, and it's so weird but thoroughly entertaining. It's basically if Alfred Hitchcock would have done an anime, this is what he would.
Oh, whoa.
That's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
It's very Hitchcockian, and it's very it talks about stuff like the consumer society and like toxic fandom and voyeurism and all this other stuff, and it just the more it goes, the kind of the crazier it gets. And it's literally, I would probably say it's my favorite anime of all time.
Oh, wow.
It's just, in fact, the guy that made it, Satoshi Kon is his last name. And basically his entire filmography is just stellar. Like he did Millennium Actress, what's that other one he did? I think he did Tokyo Godfathers. Like all of his movies are just really really great. But Perfect Blue is just like this weird Hitchcockian goodness, and it's
Mm,
if that sounds interesting at
that
all,
sounds
check
cool.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't really watched much anime, but that sounds like one I would give it a shot for.
Yeah, that one's really cool. I always recommend, even to people that don't like anime, to watch that one because it's like once you're in it, like you don't even think you're in anime anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those, you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So very cool, very cool. All right, let's go with our next pick, number 3, Tattoo. What do you have?
Okay, so this one's probably one that is, well, this is definitely not considered horror, but to me, it embodies the the kind of emotions that horror should make you feel. So it's going to be Mother and Son by Alexander Sokurov from 1997, Russian film. I think it's more of a in reality it's more of a abstract drama film, but it's every shot in the film is filmed in a way that distorts the image,
Hmm.
and it has such a disorienting feel that it just gives I don't I kind of felt anxiety watching this
Oh,
film.
very much so. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it has a very unique color palette.
Yeah.
You don't see very often, and it's another one that really has inspired my photography a lot and inspired our movie in
Yeah.
that I can't even tell how they shot it, but it almost looks like they had some kind of fabric maybe over.
Okay. Mhm.
I don't know, but it's just there's something, just very warped and distorted.
Yeah.
And it is about a son taking care of his elderly mother. Again, another one of those that you don't really realize what's going on until the end.
Yeah.
But it's a very dark, very heavy
Yeah.
movie. But yeah,
Mhm.
I would definitely, it gives me more anxiety than 99% of horror movies out there for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, it's
I'll
just two characters. It's the
Yeah.
mother and the son, and the mother is dying, and it's their conversations
Mhm.
together. But just man, the atmosphere in that film is so eerie. It's so unsettling. The film feels like impending death. I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
what it feels like, without
it-
any horror film element, like real horror film elements. But it still feels like one of the
Yeah.
best horror films
Yeah,
ever made.
absolutely.
So yeah.
The way that it's shot, it feels like a kind of like you're fading into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's that sort of like right before you fall asleep kind of feeling.
Mhm.
It's kind of hazy, and it's really really awesome the way it was filmed, the way it was shot.
All right, I'm man. See, this is why I love doing these. I always hear about movies I don't know about.
Yeah.
Right.
But there is a distribution company called Deaf Crocodile. I don't know if you've heard of those guys. But they release a lot of like Russian folklore type movies and Russian anime movies, and not just Russian, but like that's a lot of their stuff is Russian, but and French stuff, German stuff, all kind of stuff. And so when you guys were kind of talking about it, it kind of reminded me of some of their movies for some reason.
Oh, I need to check that
yeah.
out.
But
Yes.
but yeah, check out Deaf Crocodile. They're really, really great company. Really interesting, just strange movies, and a lot of animation too. But yeah, really cool stuff there. All right, Veleda, what's your next one?
My next one, unfortunately, I do not have a physical copy. I need to get one, but it's a 2016 film called Without Name. And it's about a land surveyor. Do you remember where it takes place?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I think it's maybe Scotland or
Yeah.
the UK. Anyway,
Somewhere in the UK. I
it's a
guess.
land surveyor who goes out to get, the numbers on this big plot of land. And there's something else that inhabits that land that doesn't want him there. But it's done in a very interesting, psychedelic, kind of dreamlike, a lot of very slow movement shots, things where, again, you're not quite sure what you're looking at, interesting use of shadow and light, beautiful color palette.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing, there's something on that land, but it really wants him.
Well, yeah.
Actually, the opposite. But yeah.
So it's a little of both.
But yeah, it's not one that you obviously. I don't think you can guess the ending.
No, it's one of those that you're definitely working it out as you're watching it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's also going to be definitely a huge inspiration on anything I do going forward.
Yeah. So actually, kind of funny thing is, we had already, finished shooting Hunters of the Silence, and then one of the first films we watched after it was finished was Without Name, and we were like, weird. This has a lot of sequences that are very similar.
Yeah, you would think it had been an influence.
Has a very similar sequence of a doorway fading into darkness that wasn't inspired, but it just happened to. We happened to do a very similar shot in Hunters, and also Without Name has a lot of these. It comes with a strobe effect warning. Has a lot of strobing imagery, kind of like Hunters does. So yeah. That would have also been on my list, but that's fine.
And it is Irish. I looked it up.
Oh, Irish.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, John, what do you have for number 3?
It's another one that I don't own physically, and I don't know why, because it's a movie I absolutely love, and it's a newer one. It's The Lighthouse by Robert Eggers.
Oh, yes.
Damn.
And I'm one of the people who actually believe that he's alone the whole time.
I can see that.
I can see that.
So yeah, when you watch it and think of it in those terms, it makes it even scarier because it's even more of like a psychological like mind fuck that.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, what a performance by both actors. Just the cinematography, everything about it is just gorgeous. It was amazing to see it in the theater. I saw it twice in the theater because I wanted to see it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's one I definitely need to buy. But yeah, that was a surprise, and it's horror, it's psychological horror, but I consider it horror.
Yeah,
and that's one you absolutely need to watch more than once.
Yeah.
Because there's so much going on.
The more that I watched it, the more I came to the conclusion that he's alone. There aren't two people there. It's one person. Yeah. Very, very creepy movie, and very You like when you're done with that movie, you're exhausted.
Yes. Yeah. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah. That's the way I kind of look at that one. I mean Robert Eggers as a whole is pretty great. I can't say I didn't care for The Northman too much, but the other ones are great.
I mean, his version of Nosferatu is probably my second favorite of the series of Nosferatu films.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's that's definitely. I actually saw that in the theater twice. So
yeah.
Because I was like, oh wait, I know I missed stuff. I need to go back and watch this again. All right. Very cool. Very, very good. You know what? I don't think I have a copy of that one either. Now that you mention it. I might have a digital copy.
I don't know. Do we?
Yeah, we don't have that one.
Oh, okay.
But all right. My number 3 is Videodrome.
Nice.
Little Cronenberg. Yeah. I was like, okay, I know I want to put Cronenberg on here. Which one do I want to do?
I almost put Spider on my list.
Spider's a great one too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Videodrome. I think everybody kind of knows what Videodrome is, but it's really I actually used to work for a TV station, so this movie really really brings it home for me. But anyway, it's just the whole like blurring the line between reality and hallucination, and all the body horror elements and everything just really put it up there for me. And it's actually one of my favorite Cronenberg movies. I don't know if I have a favorite Cronenberg movie because there's so many. But yeah, that's mine, Videodrome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Tatu, what do you have next? At number 2.
Okay, at number 2, this might have been Nosferatu up until a few months ago, until I saw The Fall of the House of Usher from 1928 by John Epstein. Instantly my favorite black and white horror film at least. It's just groundbreaking cinematography for its time. Just panoramic landscape photography, the depiction of his mental state, decline of his mental state through changes in the house. It's just incredible film. And I think it's for our next movie project. This is going to be one of the main reference films.
Nice, very cool. Yeah, that's a great one. I like the other version is good too, but the other version is like 12 minutes or something. But like again, when you're talking about these silent movies, and they were trying all these different things back then, which really, like, hardly anybody tries stuff like that anymore. And that's what I really appreciate about, especially like silent horror and all this. They were really just trying to just be weird and different and freak you out. And that movie, I remember watching it and just feeling like, I don't know, like almost paranoia, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And that's probably my favorite version of that story too.
Yeah.
Yes.
One thing I really like about silent horror films is that actually the inclusion of intertitle cards, because you might think that it's a hindrance to the storytelling, but I think it actually makes the horror more effective because it makes you really pay attention. You're reading the text, it's really immersing you on a whole different level than spoken dialogue might not always do that. So yeah,
very cool.
I agree with that.
All right, Veleda, what do you have?
My next one is also going to be Hellbender, which it was really hard to pick an Addams Family film.
Yeah, it is.
I love all of them. So we already talked about our connection with them. Oh, nice. Yeah, I really, really love how in this one, they just create their own world. It's about another one where I don't want to give too much away, a mother and daughter with a family secret. I'll just keep it at that.
Yeah.
But how this family created their whole own mythology within a movie. And it's just such unique ways of doing things that you don't see very often. It does have the psychedelic. It's very interesting how they blend horror with kind of this modern rock music because it's also them doing the soundtrack. Yeah. But in this one, it plays in even more so since it shows the band. That's actually part of the story. That the mother and daughter are the band. But yeah, just the sequences in that, the special effects, I
think,
and they're all like amazing actors too.
They are. Absolutely. Yeah.
I think the inclusion of like elements from their real personal life, like the band being included in the film, adds just a layer of authenticity to it.
And I love how most of their films are filmed just like right around where they live. Yeah. So they're utilizing just normal everyday things. Their houses are in it, their cars, they're using the same type of lighting, like a lot of construction lighting, or just things that you actually have around the house. They don't, so.
And a lot of natural lighting.
Yes, a lot of natural lighting. Just from talking to Toby, we have very much the same views on how we want to create. And I love that because it's great, especially for me, since I'm so new at this, is having a validation of, yes, this is a very valid way to create this beautiful type of artwork.
Yeah. Well, so what was Haunters like your first like motion?
It's my first anything to do with video whatsoever. Yeah, I just have a history in still photography.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right. John, what is your number 2?
Well, okay, so this is considered an art house masterpiece. It has the Blair Witch kind of phenomenon thing because it became this classic, this font phenomenon. But it's the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I know it's almost a cliche to put it on a list of favorite horror, but this movie, I absolutely adore this movie. I always have since I was young. And really only this version. I don't pay attention to any of the remakes. I haven't even seen the second one, or any of the Leatherface stuff. I don't know. There's just something about this particular, movie standing on its own, and it's amazing in the theater. Every time it comes through in the theater, I have to see it.
Yeah.
And in 2024, I actually had an opportunity to visit the actual house they filmed in.
Oh, wow.
In Texas. It's now a restaurant called Hooper's, and it's unchanged from the movie. It's funny because it's okay. So I love how I could go into the actual place where they filmed this, at least the side where they were allowed to film, which was like half the house, and because now when I watch the movie, it's like certain things don't add up in terms of like where certain parts were shot. It's like, oh, wait a minute, that's supposed to be in the living room, but that's actually on this side. Now I know that. But the coolest thing about it was I actually was able to have lunch in the exact spot where the dinner scene was, and where they're trying to have Grandpa kill her with the hammer. Where that happened, where that was shot, was where my table was, where I had lunch there. And I actually got to see this about a week later in Portland. And so with that fresh perspective of I was just there in the house that they filmed in, I was like, oh shit, that's where that was. And oh, that's where I had lunch. And oh, that's not where that's supposed to be in the context of the scene. That's really weird. So yeah, it was just, that was a really extra treat as a long time, like a lifelong time fan of this movie. So I had to put it on the list.
Well, I mean, it might be cliche, but it's cliche for a reason because it's that damn good.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just. Yeah.
And I don't know if when they made it, they anticipated it to be this, this multi-million-dollar phenomenon, much like Blair Witch. I mean, I think that's a perfect comparison, because nobody expected that to take off and become this thing.
Yeah.
And as far as like the remakes and stuff, what's the point? I hate remakes. I hate it when, movies are like the worst offender is the Whipper Man. So it's like, I mean, I should check out the second one just because it is a Toby Hooper film. Yeah. It's not like somebody else wanting to remake the movie, but I don't know. There's something about the magic of the first one and just the nostalgia with it. And
I totally understand that. Yeah, I totally get that. The second one is great, but in different ways.
Okay.
So what part of Texas is that in?
That's in Kingston, Texas. It's about 80 miles away from Austin.
Okay. I'm not too far from that. I'm in the like New Orleans area.
Okay.
So I'm not super far from that. Maybe 6-7 hours. Yeah. They
apparently, the original location where the house was, the house was moved because they were doing some development where it was originally. So now if you were to go to where the house used to be, it's just a bunch of businesses and stuff. And, but it was, so it was moved to this other area and then turned into a restaurant.
Okay.
And I was able to check out the whole house because it's like you've got the side where they actually filmed in, and that's like the sit down restaurant and everything. And the kitchen is actually where the kitchen in the house in the movie was. But then you go on the other side and it's like there's a bar and then there's like another room with more memorabilia, and then you can go upstairs and there's memorabilia upstairs, and it's really cool. I highly recommend going and checking it out.
Very cool. So my little story with that, I was able to actually meet Gunnar Hansen, many about 2 or 3 years before he passed away, and he was just the nicest guy. He's like, he's like 6'6", 6'7". He's huge, just humongous guy. And like you think, and he's kind of burly looking. Looks like he'll kill you in a second. Kind of one of those guys. But he was just just the nicest dude. He was, it's very, very cool. Which is like, it was the exact opposite of Leatherface. Luckily, but yeah, so very cool. And yeah, Texas Chainsaw. I mean, how can you not love Texas Chainsaw? That's just so great. And he's like, Johnson,
No, he's got
he's done.
Thank you.
That is funny. That is funny. All right, so there you go. We're adding atmosphere to the stream, y'all. We're adding some atmosphere. There you go.
Yep.
All right, so my number 2. All right, which one do I want to choose? Let's see. I'm gonna go weird. I'm gonna go with House from 1977.
Oh wow.
It is just one of those movies that it's so like stupid fun that I can't not include it, and it's one of my favorite movies. If I'm in a bad mood, I always can put this on, and I know it's going to cheer me up because it's so wacky. If you haven't seen it, it's about these schoolgirls. They travel to one of their sick aunt's houses in the country in Japan, and a bunch of supernatural stuff happens, and the house tries to eat them. Basically, it's real psychedelic, real. This is like a non-linear narrative structure and all that kind of stuff. And there's still photography, there's collage effects, and just real crazy stuff. And then there's like weird commentary too about like World War II trauma and the atomic bomb and like all this crazy stuff about coming of age and like female puberty and like all kind of weird stuff. And it's just I know it doesn't sound like a good time, but it's a good time.
It is,
It's a piano thing, and it's the whole thing is just it's just a good time. That's the only way I can say it. So thoughts on House?
I saw it ages ago.
Yeah.
I remember really liking it. I don't remember a whole lot of the story. I need to revisit it, but I do remember it was another one that had really interesting colors to me.
Yes,
the colors played a very predominant role.
Yeah, it's very vibrant and very just kind of in your face, and
kind of reminded me of the colors in Suspiria in a way.
Or just talking about that. I still haven't seen it, but it keeps popping up.
Yeah, I keep telling you need to watch it.
I really need to watch that.
Yeah, I said I for a little while I had it as my number 1. So
oh wow.
So definitely check it out. It's very cool. All right, Tatu, what is your favorite Arthouse horror movie?
Yeah, so my favorite one, I don't have it on physical. I really want it, but it's pretty hard to find for a reasonable price. 2013's A Field in England by Ben Wheatley. Probably currently my number 1 film of all time, actually.
Wow.
I just saw it not that long ago for the first time, and it like changed my view on what cinema can be, basically. It's another black and white film. It's a period piece. I think it takes place in the 1600s England during the English Civil War or something like that. One of the wars. But it's that's just the background setting of the film, but it's actually about these mystics and magicians that take shrooms, and very, very bizarre sequences ensue.
Very psychedelic in every sense of the word.
It's definitely the trippiest film I've seen, and I love that aspect about it. I think the way it executes the use of magic and rituals through psychedelic imagery is outstanding. Kind of it reminds me of Altered States a bit, but in like a folk horror setting.
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard about it, and actually funny, one of my one of the YouTube folks that I frequently collaborate with is a guy that lives in the UK, and he just recommended it to me maybe about a week or two ago.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a
So-
sign.
All right,
Yeah.
so that's a sign. I definitely, absolutely have to watch it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. All right, Veleda, what is your number one?
My number one is kind of similar to your number two. It's going to be Cemetery Man,
Nice. Okay.
which, 1994. So yeah, it's just my absolute favorite take on a zombie film. Love it's a comedy, but very dry humor,
Mhm.
which is my favorite, dark, dry humor. And just the story, the acting in it is phenomenal. And I know that's a favorite of yours too, John.
Yeah, in fact, I really want to rent. Movie Madness has the Italian version, Della
I
Morte
would
del
love to
Amore.
see that.
I want to see how different it is. I mean, I know it's probably just maybe a language thing that's different, but I want to see if there's maybe other like shots that didn't make it into the American version.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit longer, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, nice.
I think so.
Yeah,
If-
definitely.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Okay.
But yeah, super fun. Yeah, like I said, it's very similar to House in the kind of it's very humorous.
Yes.
And but very fun, and yeah, great pick. I can't say anything bad about that one at all.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Super fun movie. All right, John, what do you have as your number one?
Okay, so we can debate whether this is Arthouse or not, but I can say that the director certainly has an art house approach to everything he does. It's basically my favorite horror film of all time. It scared the shit out of me in 1980 when I was 5.
Mhm.
It is The Shining. I mean, the way that it's shot is very, I mean, I know it was a big production, it's, and everything, but, Stanley is kind of like Ken Russell. He does it his way, and he does things different than, he has his vision and he sticks to it. And
Mhm.
the way that this movie is psychologically, I mean, it never gets old. It never stops being scary, especially in the theater. I mean, every time it comes to the theater, I always go see it because it's just like,
Yeah.
it's so, you're just transfixed in the atmosphere and the psychological element of it. It's so amazing. And I mean, the lodge, the exterior shots of the lodge is up on Mount Hood. That's the Timberline Lodge, and that's where Agalloch took photos for Pale Folklore. So I mean, it's just like there's a lot of this movie it's inspired me throughout my whole life in many different ways, and it continues to be a favorite. So that's why it's on my list.
Yeah, I always have said that there are two horror movies that to me are damn near perfect. The Shining is absolutely one of them, and my other one is Rosemary's Baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's just the way that movie just goes, just to me, just absolutely brilliant. Polanski's a piece of crap, sure, but like the movies are just mind-boggling.
I mean, does it count as art house though? I mean, that was the little, I don't know.
Yeah, it's what, for this purpose it does, but listen, but I mean, I could see it. I could see it, I guess.
Because like my other favorite horror film of probably my number 2 would be is a movie from 1981 called Ghost Story, but it's not art house. It was very much a big production with Hollywood actors and everything, and but it's what I would say that would be an honorable mention at least. That's another film that I just can't get. I never get tired of. I own the soundtrack. It's just like, so for sure.
All right, very cool. All right, well, my number one is The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Oh, we just
Nice.
watched that recently.
Yeah.
To me, like that's kind of the first, and kind of I don't know if they've ever been a better one, honestly. It's I can't, everybody knows the story of Caligari, it's the whole sleepwalker guy and everything, but it's just all the sets and stuff, and the distorted sets, the painted shadows, and the whole, like, the protagonist's mental breakdown, like all of it. It's just like again, that's one. Every time I watch it, I see something completely different, and or something that I missed, or just something. And so besides YouTube, I also do I also host a silent movie show on a Roku channel.
Oh.
And I recently featured that one on the Roku channel because I was like, I don't care. I have to show this at one point because it's literally one of my favorite movies of all time. But yeah, so that's it. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. And again, I'm a sucker for silent horror in particular. But yeah.
Yeah, beautiful film.
Absolutely. Probably one of the most influential film in the horror genre. I mean, that film basically, invented the psychological horror angle and the plot twist. Debuted a lot of elements that are still being used, and it did it really, really well.
And it did it better than 99% of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's one of the films that we actually just recently watched it because we kept getting comparisons to that film in reviews of Haunter of the Silence.
Okay, I can kind of see that, especially when, depending on what version you watch. If you watch like the color tinted version, I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
All right, so very cool. All right,
I have another honorable mention that I thought of during this whole thing. It was another recent film. I saw it back in 2019. It's one called "I'm the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House."
Yes, that's definitely an honorable mention for me too.
That was kind of like Hereditary. That was one of those like modern art house films that was like, okay, this is effective. This is good. This is really well done. Yeah. And it didn't have the ending is whatever, but it wasn't as stupid. What I find is that a lot of movies nowadays, they have a very strong first and second act, but it falls apart in the third act. And it's like Hereditary kind of does a little bit. I do
not like the very ending of Hereditary at all.
But it's not a disaster. Some movies, like what was the Babadook was one that I saw recently that it just fell apart in the third act. It's pretty good all like leading up to it, but so but this was one of those ones where it was like even the third act was like, okay, it ended in a way that wasn't stupid.
All right. I'm gonna have to check that one out. I've heard of that one. It's been on my list, but I just haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, definitely a great one.
Really good, like cinematography and just the filming effects and stuff.
Another very slow moving, atmospheric.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, we in the chat we have an opposing view. Oh God, I hate.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
Well, Tatu is one of those.
Yeah. Well, I don't hate it, but I didn't find it particularly impressive either. It's not a bad film. It's just not one that I necessarily even want to rewatch.
Whereas I watched it and then the next day I watched it again.
Yeah. But I find a lot of especially when we're talking about Arthouse, like a lot of those movies are like that. Like you have these very strong convictions one way or the other about these movies, and you either kind of love it or you hate it. There's kind of no middle ground.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. Like I know a ton of people that absolutely hate Hereditary. I know they can't stand it. They think it's like the worst thing ever. And I'm like, no, dude. I'm like, have you not seen some others? Like, no. like you want bad movies? I can tell you some bad movies, okay? But
I feel the same way about other classic films that people swear by, like the Phantasm movies. I never really got into those, and those are ones that are always on the top of people's list, and it's just like, okay.
Oh yeah.
or even like The Exorcist. It's like it's got a couple of really interesting scenes in it. But overall it's just kind of, I don't know, doesn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, see, there you go, exactly.
Yeah. Or Omen. The Omen was another one I was bored when I watched those.
You're just not into the devilly stuff. I don't know.
Well, no, I am. But I don't know. It's just I loved
All right.
Rosemary's Baby though. That was
Yeah,
phenomenal.
that's now that I for some reason didn't even think of that when making
Yeah.
this list, but
That would have been on your list, I think.
that probably would have been pretty high up.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a well done.
Yeah.
It's just so stupidly well done. It's just
Yeah.
Another honorable mention, I guess, and this is another older film that maybe a lot of people haven't seen. It's a movie called Burnt Offerings.
oh yeah.
That's a great one too.
Seen that.
I don't know if it's Arthouse, but it's definitely it's a great horror film.
Let's see. All right. So I'm trying to find out what Doug's favorite movie is. All right, let's see. What is he saying here? I can see the phantasms being to taste. They are purely mood with silver balls.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. RLM, I think that's Red Letter Media, described Hereditary as 2 hours of Toni Collette having a nervous breakdown. I mean,
But it's well done breakdown.
Right, yeah.
kind of, sort of.
She had just lost her daughter
Yeah.
and her mother, actually.
Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of one of those that, yeah. That's,
If we're dishing out honorable mentions, I have one too. Called A Dark Song. I don't remember the year or the director, but it's basically depicts a ritual, thelemic ritual in its entirety. I think it's very, very tastefully done depiction of that. Another film where I'd say it kind of misses the mark at the ending, but just for the portrayal of the ritual, I would recommend A Dark Song.
It's another one that's been on my list for quite a while.
Oh, well.
No, we watched it together.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Well, it clearly didn't stick with
No.
me. And from what he was saying, that reminds me, okay, I will add one more, and that would be The Ritual, which I don't know if it's more of a folk horror or art house. That's why I didn't have it on here. That's another one of my favorite horror movies. Yeah. A group of friends goes out. Yeah.
My one of my coworkers just recommended that one to me.
Oh, it's definitely a good folk horror. I know it's another one that a lot of people don't like, but I loved it. I thought it was done really, really well. And I like the creature. I'll just say that. I like the way it was done because it's very unique. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's a pretty good creature, yeah.
Beautiful cinematography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would also recommend the movie called The Shrine. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I haven't seen
Sounds
that.
familiar. Not quite sure.
I think it's kind of similar to The Ritual, but it's kind of about these guys that go and they end up you see, I'm trying not to give stuff away. Like they end up going to this like altar, and then all this stuff starts happening, and that's all I'm gonna say. But really cool movie, and that one doesn't get talked about enough either. In fact, I might do a review on that.
Oh, we're gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Modern, he thinks Buster Scruggs. I don't know Buster
I don't
Scruggs.
know that one.
Yeah, half a remake of the 70s Tales from the Crypt. Okay. I might have to check that out. He also says The Ritual, I wouldn't say is art house. I'd say it's a hidden gem because I didn't know it existed till I saw it. There you go.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put it on my list. I wasn't sure if it really fit that criteria.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If we're just talking about pure art house, there was one film that we all, I think, had on our list that would have been Workmeister Harmonies.
Yeah.
I personally, I feel like it qualifies in the category because of just the
horror in a different way.
It's horror in a different, more real way than
Right. I almost put The Turin Horse on my list for the same reason. It's not technically horror, but it's definitely, if you put yourself in their position, it's a horror.
Yeah, they're nightmare situations. To me.
I gotcha. And let's see. He says there's a Japanese horror movie, The Vase. About a childless couple that gets a house and there's an enclosed vase that has baby's corpse in it, and they are haunted by the child they never had.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
That does sound
Yeah,
interesting.
a lot of Japanese horror has child ghosts in it.
Yeah.
They do.
And they do it really well.
They do.
They do.
I mean,
Let's see.
I didn't include like I would have maybe put Ju-on, the original Ju-on on my list. But once again, it's one of those ones where it's just like, well, there's so many different versions of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's about it's a cool story though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I like to end these with some rapid fire questions for you guys. So I want you to say the very first thing that comes to your head, whether it's right or wrong, doesn't matter. I just want you to say the very first thing that comes to your head. All right. So we'll do it kind of the way we did it before. We'll start with Tatu and we'll go to the right. All right. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite film?
Field in England.
All right. Veleda?
Workmeister's Harmony, actually, since we were just talking about it.
All right. John?
The Shining.
There you go. All right. Favorite director?
Oh. Losing time.
No, you're on the spot. I know.
I don't really think.
Yeah.
That's funny. I don't really think of films. Drew, who directed it, I always think of a film just at its face value. So I guess I'll say David Lynch. He has a lot of films I like. So,
All right. Solid choice. All right. Veleda?
Tarkovsky.
All right. Beautiful. John?
Jim Jarmusch.
Oh, nice. All right. Favorite actor or actress?
Willem Dafoe.
Nice.
At the moment, Bill Skarsgård.
Okay. All right. Good one. John?
I don't know. Clint Eastwood.
Good one.
First thing that came to my mind.
The first thing that comes to your head. That's right.
I don't have favorite actors, so. But he's great in everything he's in.
Oh,
so.
He is. Yeah. Yeah. All right. This is all right. The slight change of pace now. Favorite album?
Oh my God.
First one that comes to your head.
Get Heavy by Lordy.
All right. Veleda?
Drawing a total blank. Oh my God. What's funny is the one that comes to mind isn't even one that I would consider a favorite, but it's Rush 2112. For some reason,
Okay.
that has a special place in my heart.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
drawing a blank too. There's so many.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to go with, well, Rush is probably my favorite band. So I'm going to go with my favorite album by them, which is Presto.
All right. Cool. All right. Getting some answers there. All right. This is a tough one for me. Best concert you've ever attended?
Motorhead, 2008.
Sweet.
Agnes Obel, 2018.
Oh, nice. All right. John, I know this is probably very difficult for you.
No, it's not. Rush 2015 final tour.
Oh, nice.
It was emotional.
You know what? I saw them on that same tour. Believe
Yeah.
it or not.
And they
Yeah.
hadn't announced that it was going to be the last one, but you could read between the lines,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
you could just tell.
That was the one too where they did everything backwards, right? They started-
Yes, and
Yeah.
that was one of the clues.
Yeah. Very true. All right, let's go back to movies now. Funniest movie of all time, in your opinion?
Okay, just based on what I find funny recently, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. We watched it last night. It's so hilarious.
Nice. All right, Veleda.
With Nail and I.
Okay. All
Your
right.
choice.
All right, John, what you got?
That would have been one. That would have been my choice too. But I'm gonna go with something by Monty Python. The Search for the Holy Grail.
Heck
It's-
yeah, dude.
Yeah, it never
Yeah.
gets old.
No, that's just a classic. All right. Scariest movie of all time. What movie scared you the most?
Well, I think Ju-on, The Crutch, the original one, when I was a kid, I saw that sound just you all know the sound that gave me nightmares. So I guess I'll go with
Oh, yeah.
that.
All right.
Honestly, probably possum.
Okay.
It's a different type of scare, but it left me creeped out and just
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it
Icky.
disturbed me. It
Yeah.
genuinely disturbed me.
Yeah, I would also say possum, like out of more recent one, like
Yeah.
more recent experiences. Yeah.
All right. All right. So that's going next on my list. By the way.
Yeah.
All right. All right. John, scariest movie of all time.
Well, here's the thing. I want to change my favorite movie to Dead Man because I didn't think of it.
Yeah.
Because the scariest movie would still be The Shining.
Right. Right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. This is kind of a weird question. What movie do you love that might surprise people, like something just completely out of left field?
Spider-Man 3.
All right. Cool. All right.
The 13th Warrior.
I have a buddy who loves that movie. And yes.
For some reason, it became my comfort movie just years and years and years ago.
Nice. Nice. All right. John.
Titanic.
No.
All right. Now we're not against that. There you go. All right. All right. Now I have to ask the typical slasher question. Michael, Jason, or Freddy?
Jason.
All right.
Freddy.
All right. John.
I guess Jason. I mean, I'm not really a slasher movie guy, so.
All right. Let's see. Doug was saying Blazing Saddles. Indeed. All right. Let's see. All right. What profession that you've never tried would you like to try?
Oh, that's a difficult one. I don't know. Translating old books.
All right. That's actually pretty interesting. All right. Veleda, what you got?
Archaeologist.
Oh, fun. Yeah. You never know what you're going to find there.
Exactly.
That's all right. All right. John.
Race car driver.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, I raced when I was a kid. I raced motocross, but I would love to have been able to race like Indy cars or Formula One or something.
Nice. Okay. All right. Now, what profession would you not want to try?
Cashier.
Don't blame you.
Yeah. Food related. That looks so insanely difficult in so many different ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Well,
especially having to deal with the public in that manner.
yeah. I've dealt with both, and I can say that they both suck.
Yes,
So yeah. All right. John.
President.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. I can't. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. I have one final rapid fire question for you. What is a moment in your career so far that you look back on and you go, wow, I cannot believe that happened, or I was a part of it, or whatever, however you want to take it?
Well, finishing Hunters of the Silence. Being able to finish a feature-length film. It's gotta be.
Because that is much harder than it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be the same for me because I never dreamed that this would be something I would be able to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you. All right, John.
I think just there's certain places in the world that I've played that kind of were mind-blowing in a way because I never thought I'd ever go there. Like Israel, not to be political or anything, but that was pretty cool when I went there in 2011 and played a show. And Australia, I always wanted to go to Australia, but it just seems so far away, even further away than Europe. So
Right.
The fact that I got to play both of those places is kind of mind-blowing for me.
That's very cool. Very cool. All right. Doug is saying Rollins Band in Medusa's in Chicago back in '94.
Mm.
There you go. That sounds cool. He says the opening act was Body Count. Dude, that's killer. All right. That's got to be a killer show. Let's see. Saying Rosemary's Baby. Let's see. Yeah, it might have. He's terrified to watch the pretty things. Yeah, so, that's pretty funny. All right. Well, I very much want to thank all you guys for coming on.
Yeah, this has been so much fun. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Yeah.
So go check out Hunters of the Silence. It's on Tubi. It's on Fossum. There's no excuse not to watch it. It's free, people. It's free. Go watch it.
Yeah.
These wonderful people made it, and of course, and check out Agalloch, John's band. They're freaking awesome. I'm a big fan actually. So go ahead and check all these guys out. And any parting words for the masses that you
No,
guys
just thank you so much for having us and talking about our movie and doing the review for the movie means a lot to us.
Yeah.
Let's do another
Thanks a lot.
list sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna get out of here. So everybody, and until next time, adios, Bella Lugosi.